What's up, Brew Crew? Opie here. Welcome back to the Brew City Garden. So, man, it's been super busy lately, and I've really kind of been neglecting the garden pretty bad for a couple of weeks. So it's really time to get in here and start cleaning some stuff up, get ready to tear the garden down. I would like to harvest and try to save as much as I can. I'll probably end up giving a lot of that stuff away, but that's great, not a problem. I love giving away produce to friends and neighbors and the people that need it. So we're gonna get in here. The first thing we're gonna look at today is the squash. The summer squash, it's ready to come out. The powdery mildew has taken over since I stopped spraying. The milk spray, if you're interested in what I mean by the milk spray, check the link up top here and that'll take you back to a powdery mildew remedy. We got a bunch of winter squash in here that needs to come out just so I can get in and walk around. So, all right, guys, let's go take a look at it, see exactly what we're working with. So I'm looking at the squash. It's definitely dying back quite a bit, but I haven't harvested fruits out of here for quite some time, at least a week or two. And man, these summer squash got just huge. Really, let's take a look. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this big guy here. How's that for a yellow straight neck squash? I mean, this is like actually way too big to saute or whatever, but this can actually be peeled, and this makes great bread. And I've actually had a couple of older ladies come up to me over the last week asking me for some big zucchinis to make bread. So you know what? I'm gonna make their day, because boy do I have some big zucchinis. There's another one. Let me throw this down. Look at the size of this thing. Bam! I think you can make some bread out of that. Another one. Looks like I got one more here. You know what? These plants are still putting on flowers. We've got blossoms. I see smaller zucchinis in here, so these things are still just rocking them out. There's nothing like squash growing in these straw bales. It's the most unbelievable thing I think I've ever seen in all my years of gardening. So definitely the way to go. If you want to grow some awesome squash, start straw bale gardening. Trust me. All right, so now that I got my fruits harvested out of here, I really just want to remove the plants. It's just that time. They got to come out. So give these a chop. This is the winter squash, the butternut. It's making its escape. Oh my goodness. Guys, I just spotted something you will not believe. Hang on. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness. Look at this thing. Holy smokes, that's huge. Oh boy. Is that for real? Oh my Lord. That might very well be the largest zucchini I have ever grown in my life. Not that I was trying to, I just kind of neglected these things for a while, but damn, look at that. Absolutely massive. I can be like Bam Bam. That's incredible. I wonder how many loaves of bread we can make out of this thing. These patty pans are just a really novel squash, but I really didn't get a whole lot of production out of them. So I'll try them again. I always give everything at least 2 chances before I start to really make a decision on whether or not I'm going to continue to grow them year after year. The patty pan, really super cool looking plant, cool looking fruit, but just not very productive. So let's start whacking these butternut squash. And man, there's a bunch in here too. Oh, look at that thing. Look at that, that's huge. Okay, very cool. Another one hiding over here. Now these are not quite ready, I don't think. Yeah, I can still puncture these with my fingernail fairly easily, so these are not going to keep through winter, but that's okay. I'm going to see if I can't process some of these into like a pie filling. I made a butternut squash pie. It was actually this spring because I really needed to use up the squash. They were about to go bad. And man, it was awesome. You couldn't tell the difference between that and pumpkin pie. It was so good. So, and it just got wiped out. The kids loved it. Everybody loved it. It was so good. You know, I only just recently, well, recently as in the last couple years, started growing butternut squash. And I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I just went out on a limb and gave it a try. I knew it took up a lot of space. And that's kind of why I never grew it before that. But, you know, I just kind of went out on a limb. I said, what the hell? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. And, oh, man, I just love this plant. It's so cool. It's fun to watch. Especially, like, if you've got kids, plant some butternut squash and just watch it go through the summer. And it's just the neatest thing to watch. It's so cool. Let's see what else we've got in here. Oh, cool. We've got acorn squash. And these things are really cool too. I love these. They taste very similar to the butternut, but they're not nearly as big. These little acorns, they're really just a beautiful little squash. Nice winter squash, so these will keep for a very long time. But when you cook one of these, it's not like cutting open a butternut where you gotta, you know, it's huge. You gotta eat all that stuff. You want just a little meal. These little acorns are perfect. These blossoms, these squash blossoms. If you've never had them, just look it up. Fried squash blossoms. You're welcome. Whoa! Look at this guy. Look at this. My Lord. That's a big butternut squash. Oh, it's heavy. My goodness, it's heavy. All right, cool. I got to spin you around. Let's take a look over here. So check these things out. I mean, they've escaped all the way down to my to the end of my garden, and they just keep going and going and going, and it's just amazing. Oh my goodness, look at that. You know, I have to work kind of quick today because I have got a thunderstorm getting ready to roll right up my butt here. I had two choices today. I could come out and play in the garden, or I could mow the yard, mow the lawn. The lawn can wait. I needed some garden time. All right, let's see what we ended up with. This is the zucchini summer squash, and we've got some butternut squash and some acorns. So let's check it out. There's an acorn. Two more acorns. Not very many this year. It's okay. Oh my goodness, these butternuts are huge. Absolutely huge. Look at this thing. Is that insane? Oh my goodness. Get a couple more. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, my goodness. Just incredible. You know, and the one that my wife picked a couple weeks ago, I put a couple videos back, was not quite as big as this one, but it was still pretty darn big. Look at that. That's unreal. You know, the production I get out of this garden is just absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at these things. Isn't that incredible? I can barely hold on to them. They're absolutely huge. I tell you what, straw bale gardening for squash is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Man, I mean, these are like state fair entries. Just massive. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, guys. Hey, thanks again for joining me here today at the Brew City Garden. As always, it's such a pleasure to have you guys here. It really is. I love it. I love it. I love you guys. It's totally awesome. Hey, make sure you guys stay tuned. There's plenty more harvest videos to come. I got a lot of stuff I got to clear out of this garden, and I'm going to show you how really relatively quickly and easily this whole garden breaks down. So if you want to see how easy it is to erect and tear down a straw bale garden, definitely stick around because I'm going to show you how that works. Hey, do me a favor, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, hit subscribe. We definitely got a lot of things going on here at the Brew City Gardener channel that you just might find interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. I want you guys to have an awesome, amazing, incredible day. And until next time, we'll see you.